And here's the irony here, is that if Achan had just waited, he would have had the gold he wanted. He walks into Jericho and God says, don't take the gold, but he sees it and he takes it. In Joshua 7, I didn't highlight this last week, the Hebrew language being used in Joshua 7 is identical to what we see in Genesis chapter 3. It says that Achan saw and took, which is precisely what Adam and Eve did in the Garden of Eden. They saw that which God said no to, and they took. Achan does the same thing. But here's the irony is if he had just waited, if he had listened to God and burned the city, he'd be going into Ai getting all the gold he wanted. So often, when it comes to dealing with sin, so often it has to do with timing. It's not always, but so many things. There are lots of examples. The one that's kind of the most obvious one that comes to mind probably is sexuality. There's a right timing and a right context, a right framework for intimacy. And God says, don't engage in it until that. After you have been in covenant. Right? That's the framework. One man, one woman, within a covenant, sacred covenant before the Lord for life. That is the framework that God blesses. So often, though, we see what we want when we want it, and we're not patient to wait. And so we grab that which we ought not, and we bring poison to our own souls. Again, I can only imagine one of Achan's friends thinking, if he had just waited a day, daggone it, brother, you'd have had so much gold if you had just waited. And I think that's a great sentiment for us to consider this morning.